What's good, YouTube? It has been quite a moment since I put out any kind of content on the platform, and for that, I need to fix. So I'm going to start with a Digimon deck profile, actually. The last couple of months, I've been really enjoying playing the Digimon card game immensely. It's been a lot of fun. Beelzemon being one of my favorite Digimon. I did not take first place, I took second place, which did give me one of the winner promos. So going into that, let's start the profile. We were able to use the starter deck last night, but we still ran for the Pokemon. The on deletion Trash 2 is such a strong effect to have for an egg, especially with a deck like this. And then one of the new Yaman, any kind of ratio that you want to run of these five, I feel is great to do. Any combination of them is going to work. I was just a little hesitant to bump the Yaman up more than 2, just so I can control the pace a little bit more of how I'm putting cards into my trash. Then going into our rookie lineup, we ran 4 BT2 Impmon because on deletion Trash 3 is something you want to see all the time. It pairs great with any of the eggs, and you're not concerned how this gets deleted as long as it gets deleted. Then we ran for the new Impmon from the starter deck. Yeah, this was a great one to go into frequently, especially off of Beelstar. You are not unhappy seeing that effect resolve. It gets you into a Beelzemon, which can get you into a Blast Mode. There's a lot of different combo potentials with it. Overall, it performed perfectly, whether it be its attack or its inheritable, giving more. Yeah. And then just 3 of the EX2 Empmon. I wanted to control how I was milling a little bit better and not just over milling or under milling. This worked great for that still. And if I could figure out a way to run it at 4 without cutting a card that came in clutch, then I would have. Then we ran one last Impmon, mostly for the name for Beelstar, but its on play did come in handy sometimes. And then the one card that we were just alluding to being Gazimon. This overperformed in a purple tournament where so much memory can be gained, both for me and against me. Next, we played 4 of the new Witchmon. She was a great one to go into. The Inherit is good to help push into things that you don't want on the board still. And the on Digivolution Trash 3, it's a combo starter, essentially. And then 4 of the promo Wizardmon, the Inheritable, to help stack your deck, comes in handy, and just gaining memory when it's trashed, which you could do off its own Inheritable. And then we played 4 of the new Balmon, and then 2 of the BT10 Balmon. The on Digivolution was sometimes handier than the on Swing, just to have the guaranteed trash. Being able to control the pace of the trash, though, again, so that you're not overmilling yourself and losing that way. Handy here. Both of them having almost a pseudo form of jamming, because if there was a bigger blocker, it's hard to say, like, oh, do I really want to give a Beelzemon? Or on your opponent's turn, do I really want to delete and give them a Beelzemon? That on Digivolution, though, came in handy when going just into a Beelzemon. So we'll start with 3 of the starter deck Beelzemon. Milling 4, gaining memory, getting only, even if it's only 1 security attack, this card was phenomenal. And it pairs great with the new Blast Mode. Then we ran 2 of the Beelstar. I slept on this card. I didn't know if I wanted to run it. I had it at 1. Decided to bump it up to 2 before it started, and this was the MVP card. Going into so many Empmons, just rushing down, getting to a turn cycle, your turn, your opponent's turn, it adds up very quickly. And then 2 of the EX2 Beelzemon. Still a great card. Being able to still control how much you're milling, deleting things on trash, gaining an Impmon from your trash back. It's nothing to slouch at. And then, as I was just alluding to with the blast mode from the structure deck, gaining the memory up to 3. So if you pass over to 1, you pass over to 2, and you're able to go back. You go into the new Beelzemon, you swing, you go into this, you swing, you're still clearing for security. So it sucks to see the old one go, but this one is just inherently better. You trash, you pop something bigger than a level 4 sometimes. And then the final level 7 being Death X. It came in handy, it had its uses, and it's still a threat card. Now for our options, we ran 4 Death Slinger, 4 Rivals Barrage. I've seen discussions in my locals over what you actually run for it. I was happy with this ratio. I could see where people would want to run a higher Barrage ratio. Either way, Barrage performed amazing in the security, in the hand, or getting milled into the trash. I mean, there was one game where I had a Beelstarmon that would not die because of Rivals Barrage, and then Death Slinger, it gains you memory, it pops something from security, and it can pop something from hand, progressively getting bigger. It's still a great card. And then purple standards, 2 Miss Memory, 1 Calling from the Darkness. You want to put cards into the trash, you want to delete things sometimes, you get stuff back. You have memory, you have card draw, you have just standard good effects. And then one of the EX2 Ayamako, the memory setting helps. It came in handy sometimes in some of those games. And the ability to just mill a card. Even if you don't go into a blast mode, having a Beelstar out, swinging, milling with an Ayamako, putting an Impmon down with Rush into play, that honestly closed out quite a few games. And then 2 of the new Ayamako, stacking your deck, gaining memory, and flipping top 4 and potentially getting something, not a card to sleep on. This deck is a lot of fun. Even in the 2 mirror matches I played last night, it was not one that was ever felt the same, felt boring. All of the games were good. I unfortunately drew in the first round, got 2nd place though, going 2-0 against Grand Drakmon, 2-0 against another Beelzemon, and then finally 2-0 against just purple good stuff Melga, which honestly, every game was fun. Every game was good. We're going to try and keep going with the content and not slouch this time. So, later.